Peace. I'm about to go sit on the little chair swing, and hopefully this thing don't break. I haven't seen nobody sit on it yet. Okay, it looks pretty sturdy. Oh, oh, here we go. You know, today I want to do a little video about being yourself. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom of yourself. You know what I'm saying? What is the wisdom of yourself? You know what I mean? It's easy to be yourself and master being yourself, because I mean you can never go wrong at being yourself. At the same time, you definitely can go wrong at being who somebody wants you to be. You know what I mean? One thing I do not do is I'm not being who nobody want me to be, man. You can have all these different ways of trying to get me to do it. You can have all these different questions or whatever. You can say that it's this. You can say that it's not an argument. You can say that. But understand me for me. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to agree, because if we agree, if we have to agree in the like, okay, let me give you the few dynamics. One thing, yes, I'm a 5% nation of gods and earths. That's what I am. I study the knowledge and wisdom of the human families of the planet Earth. You know, and I'm still studying. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. I'm and I don't. I'm not even saying that I will be perfect after I'm done. Getting that knowledge on cap. But one thing what I see is I see a lot of discord because people talk about I don't agree about this. Okay, well, it's called a self-style wisdom for a reason. You know what I mean? You give yourself style wisdom, you know what I mean? Because that's your own wisdom. That's your own wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You styled it yourself. You styled it. You styled your wisdom. So I mean, we ain't gonna always agree on everything all the time. At the same time, we always have the capability to understand. You know what I'm saying? When somebody doing something and being themselves, they always the action of a person being themselves, that action within itself holds the capacity where you can ask questions about it and get an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, either you can understand it or you can sit here and talk about, oh, I disagree. It's not about agreeing, man. It's about understanding one another. The beauty of the nation is within our originality. You know what I mean? So if you're not being original, and if you teaching somebody not to be original, you basically killing off the original mind. You know what I mean? And see, that's why I go so hard for real, because even when we babies, we still are who we are. You know what I mean? If you did something to me when I was like 2 or 3 years old, you still did that to me, and that's probably why I don't even want to fuck with you right now to this day. I really don't like cussing all the time, but that's what I'm gonna have to do to attract my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to give my life up. You know what I'm saying? So that other people can have a good life. And one way I see myself giving my life up is the rap music I do. In my rap music, you'll hear the exact opposite of what I talk about all day, every day. You got to think about it in your mind. Ding, 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 ding. Why is he saying this? And why is he saying this when he's talking to us in his normal way? And and why is he saying this in his rap? You know what I mean? When I talk to you in a normal way, I say something like, knowledge is a foundation, knowledge is a source, wisdom is a conduit of knowledge, understanding is comprehension. You know what I'm saying? And and your knowledge and your wisdom goes into how well other people are able to understand, and your knowledge and your wisdom goes into how well you're going to be able to understand. So I be just trying to get people to say, okay, I see a original brother, a black brother, or African American brother, whatever you want to call me, man. There's incorrect names in my book, but that don't mean that we're not saying the same thing. So if I understand, that's all it takes. We out here over here saying that we teaching people how to keep it simple, and we giving people the knowledge of themselves. But then when a word come up that you don't like, you're over here telling them to use a different word. What about people who don't even know this knowledge? How would it look to them? What you think that they're gonna feel that they gotta learn? They're gonna feel like, damn, I'm already trying to catch up with you with things that you're talking about. Now I gotta catch up with you in this words that I can't even use now. I mean, let's leave it in layers. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it in layers and map it out in layers. You know what I'm saying? And just build them up higher, build them up higher. But let's get them down here first. So yeah, my music, I say something like, if it's beef with me, I'm bucking. I'm your street official hustler. Catch me in the stolen bucket, burning strong, rolling through your hood like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically telling you, don't just go up to any regular random looking dude. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's not gonna have it. It's some people you beef with and they running. It's some people you beefing with and they get scared. It's some people you beef with and they fighting. It's some people you get in the beef with, they shooting your ass. So that's why I did this. That's why I did the song like that. If it's beef with me, I'm bucking. I'm your street official hustler. To get you to understand that it's consequences for every action. You know what I'm saying? And see, I'm prepared. I'm prepared for anything that comes for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm prepared for any of the questions I get asked. I'm prepared for any of the stances that I have because I'm the foundation. I'm the source. I'm the foundation. Come to me when you want to know about why I said what I said. Come to me when you want to do the understanding on when you want to do the understanding to why I even said what I said and you want to get a better understanding. You know what I'm saying? Come to me. Don't sit there and guess and think that you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? One of my pet peeves is assumption. You know what I'm saying? And as a sentient being, I reserve the right to become irritated at any given point. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to sit here and put up I don't have to sit here and put up with anything. I don't have to talk to you if I don't want to talk to you. I don't have to answer your question just because you asked me a question. I do that because I feel like I should do that. I do that because it's my duty to answer certain questions. But when the questions get too ridiculous and the assumptions get too high, and I don't know how to word it without disrespecting you and without feeling irritated, I'm not going to answer because I don't want to answer. You know what I'm saying? Now, this whole video is for the babies and for the young ones, you know, who like about 14, 15, 16. You know, I might have said a few cuss words and whatnot. Just ignore that or something or whatever the case may be. I just probably try to edit it out or something. I know I'm not gonna get around to editing out. It takes a little time and it's tedious, and I want to get on with my day, you know. But be wise of who you are. Stop looking outside yourself for who to be. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, my family did not even accept me being me, and they wanted to spite who I am and try to smite who I am and try to beat it out of me being me. You know what I'm saying? When I was a baby, I was not allowed to laugh, so yeah, I laugh at a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, a woman dominated my whole little thought process. So yeah, I'm gonna have problems with an emotional nature, with an emotional natured being trying to tell me what's right and what's wrong for me when I'm logically based. You know what I'm saying? One thing I cannot stand is a person to sit there and express an emotional conclusion as if it's a logical conclusion. Because an emotional conclusion is like, okay, I think you took this way, and now I got an attitude, and I'm gonna even tell you about how you wrong for what I thought you took this way, without even knowing and confirming that you really actually taking it like that. You know what I'm saying? And see, I was treated pretty young. I was treated pretty fucked up when I was a baby. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us is treated like straight babies, even when we get like 26, 27. You know what I'm saying? Our parents don't even want to let us drive cars until we turn the age to drive cars. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is you need to be prepared people their whole life for these type of things. People shouldn't get to know no certain age where now you're ready to start learning for this stuff. No. We should be teaching these babies, you know what I'm saying, how to express their elevated thought from babies on up. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever remember not living? You right here, you who watching this right here, you. Do you ever remember not living? If not, don't sit here and just act like it ain't no such thing as everlasting life just because people done lied to you your whole life. Go and search what an everlasting life is, or ask me what I mean by that. You know what I mean? But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Peace. I definitely could be saying more, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. What's good? Man, I went up there to do that interview. The dude told me to call him at 5:30. I called him and he didn't even answer. Well, it's not that he didn't answer, but they're supposed to have orientations today, this morning at 11 something, 11 to 5 or something like that. Yeah. And I called him last night around like 5:30, and he didn't answer. I left my number, and he ain't never called me back. Huh. You called him back this morning? I was knocked out this morning. I was like, man, fuck it. Yeah. Got sort of pissed off because he ain't called me back. He told me to call. He told me to call him. He told me to call him. Yeah, between 5 and 5:30, and I called him at 5:27, I guess. And then it was like out of service or something. Like he must have been out of the area or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, he ain't. Yeah, I ain't getting no answer from him. I called him like 3 or 4 times too. I kept trying back. Well, what you doing today? Just sitting around? Just sitting around. Yeah. Need a job. I'm finna just look for some place to enterprise anyway. That shit is all the way out in Timbuktu some damn where anyway. Yeah, far was out there? Far as hell. I thought it was like 20 minutes away. That shit was like 45 minutes to an hour away. Who took you out there? Chelsea. She was cool with it. Look, I'm still recording. I didn't even know. I thought I turned it off. I'm about to edit it. I was just doing a video for people because um I'm an inspirational speaker. You know what I mean? So I be trying to get people to realize what they doing in everyday life. So I just